Carson.
Yes, we really were. Fortunately, we saw the rain. Unfortunately, we did see that flooding. And Isaac, flooding is the second leading cause of weather-related fatalities here in the U.S. So it can be very, very dangerous, and it can happen very quickly. So folks, please be safe if you're going to be out and about. Here's a live look outside our studios in Tyler. This is looking off to the northwest. Now, a couple of hours ago, we were watching a nice little lightning storm over in Louisiana. You could see it on this tower cam, but we're not seeing it anymore as it is weakened, as it has pushed off to the east. So we're fairly dry across Louisiana, and then as we look across East Texas, we're continuing to see things dry out. But here is where all the action happened over the past week and this morning. The heaviest rain fell in western and north central Smith County. And a lot of us did see well over an inch, even well over 2 inches of rain. Tyler Pounds Airport reported 1.42 inches of rain. We did not see a lot of rain in deep East Texas, however, and that is a bit of a concern because if things do start drying out, then we'll probably see abnormally dry conditions followed quickly by more burn bans, and we do have one out for Marion County. One thing that we will watch out for tomorrow are those very, very warm temperatures. It could feel like we're over 105 at times given the humidity from the rain we saw today. That's why we do have a heat advisory that goes until 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. 70s and 80s right now. As we look at Futurecast, we're not going to see a ton of activity for the remainder of tonight. I'll at least mention the potential of a few isolated showers and storms, and then we could see a few bubble-up thunderstorms by 4, 5 o'clock tomorrow evening, and then overall, I do think the storms will start to push into deep East Texas and we'll get another break from it Friday morning. But as we look at your Friday afternoon, here we go again. A few more bubble-up showers and thunderstorms will be possible Friday afternoon. On average, over the next week or so, most of you will see up to a ½ inch of rain. The majority of East Texans will be under that number, but some of us that do see the heaviest rain could very well be well above a ½ inch, kind of like what we saw today in Smith County. So don't count that out as a possibility, but I do think most of you will not see a ton of rain over the next 7 days, which is fairly common for this time of the year. Here's the latest on Tropical Storm Erin. We got our advisory just about 20 minutes ago, and here's what it said. 1,002 millibars. That's actually up 1 millibar from just a few hours ago, and the wind is at about 50 miles per hour. But it is an organized storm, and it is likely to strengthen into our first hurricane by Friday, turning into a major hurricane to the north of the Greater Antilles and to the east of the Bahamas by this weekend. So we're going to get our first hurricane in the Atlantic Basin out of this, and then we'll get our first major hurricane. Lows tonight will be falling into the 70s, high temperatures tomorrow back into the 90s, and as we look at the next 7 days, we will see decent rain chances tomorrow, maybe an isolated thunderstorm or two Friday and Saturday. High temperatures are expected to remain in the mid-90s. Low temperatures will be in the 70s. As we look at deep East Texas, similar deal. We'll mix in a few scattered storms here and there through the weekend. High temperatures will be in the 90s, lows in the 70s. Isaac.